ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शंकराचार्यमध्यमां अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Okay. So, any questions, clarification on the Shariratvam, Ashariratvam, etc. Up to what we have seen? That without Mithya Jnanam, there is no way. Mithya Jnana meaning erroneous knowledge. Okay? Without that, there is no way you can take the body as yourself. That was the argument, and that argument is continuing. Okay? Then we also saw how the sambandha cannot be created by karma. Janma marana, you can say there is karma. But the sambandha between the Atma and the Deha is not by karma. Why? Because then it will lead to anavastha dosha. Because without the sambandha there cannot be karma done. And the karma is the cause for the sambandha. Then each one is unproved. Which came first? That will be a problem. Then he is continuing that idea because there is one more. Again, see, all these are examples we use in Vedanta to explain a few things. And here he is taking your understanding to a higher level by negating some of them. Okay? Like one example given would be, Atma doesn't do anything. Like the king, he sits, in his presence everything happens.
Yeah.
Okay? He just impels people to do things. Even that is negated. Like in the next verse we will find that. Yeah. Okay. Sannidhi matrena Raja Pravartinam Drishtam Kartutvam iti chet na. Oh, Sannidhi matrena.
So many last 4 lines of the previous para we haven't done. Starting with Kriya Sama.
We have not done that?
Yeah, last 4 lines.
Oh, okay.
We have done till Anadi.
Sharira Patrinayana Jivatva iti chet Shariratvam iti Mithya Jnana. All that we have done.
From Kriya.
Yeah. Kriya Samavaya Bhava Bhavachatmana Kartuvyat. From there we did 2.
One line above what you said, Swamiji.
Angaparampara.
Okay. Kriya Samavaya
Yeah.
Abhavacha Kartritva Anupavati. That's just one line. Okay. That's one line, not 4 lines. One line. Kriya Samavaya Abhava. That is what I have already explained that actually. Saying because the sambandha with the Kriya Samavaya is not there. Samavaya means Sahakari, whatever is necessary. How do you explain that? Sambandha for Kriya, what you require? Sambandha with the Sharira, mind, etc. No? Are you getting it? And that is not there without Mithya Jnana, without an erroneous conclusion. So the whole thing is dependent on that. Without connection with the body, I cannot take myself to be a karta. And that connection to the body cannot be explained by karma. Why? How do I connect myself with Kriya? I connect myself with Kriya only if I have sambandha with the body. So the Kriya cannot be the cause for sambandha for the body. That's why saying the child is the father of the man. The effect of karma is because of Kriya of sambandha with the body. So sambandha with the body cannot be a product of karma. Are you all getting this?
No.
I am asking Vijay Lakshmi, are you got it because you raised that question? Sorry, I can't hear you. You are muted.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing.
What is confusing? Tell me.
You're saying Sambandha without. Okay. Sambandha with Kriya is not possible unless it is there with the body.
Unless the sambandha is there with the body. Yes.
The
And
Kriya
how?
is not possible.
And now you are saying the sambandha with the body is because of karma.
Yes, it's kind of.
Anyonya Ashraya
Each
becomes.
other,
Yeah.
yes. Anyonya.
To avoid Anyonya Ashraya, you have to go to
Yeah.
Anavastha dosha, meaning endless regression. Both are a problem. Okay? Yeah.
So it's the tree and seed. kind
Yeah,
of.
exactly.
Yeah.
Bijangura Nyaya. So either way, you are getting stuck. Then he comes to the next argument, like how the king, he does not do anything, but in his presence everything happens. So that also he says no. Okay. Why? Dhana Danadi Pravurjita Britya Sambanditva Etesham Kartrutvapatehe. Kartrutvapatehe is still there. Why? He says Dhana Pravritti Ityadi. Dhana Dana. Why does the court function when the king is there? Because either they are paid servants or they have been given grants of land, etc. So, because of dhanam and dhan, there is a Swami Britya Nyaya. The king is a big boss, others are junior to him, they have to serve him. So, there is a Swami Britya Nyaya there. Swami don't take sannyasi, okay? Swami means
So there is a sambandha.
yeah, that's sambandha. Therefore, the sambandha is there, therefore karma can happen. And because of that sambandha, again you will say, kartrutva pratehe. And years of attending the class, still the same thing. Years of attending. Anyway, at the same time, look at it. The soldiers went and won the battle. Who feels I have won? The king feels. Correct or not? It's like Achilles says in Troy, the movie. Soldiers die, fight and die for a king they never met. But who feels I have won? Victory celebrations, is the soldier celebrated or the king celebrated?
King celebrates.
Yeah, exactly. So therefore, all that why? Because I have paid you the money to do the job for me. I have paid you the money. Oh, we are lords and knights. You have been given grants, lands. You can take the revenue of so many villages. Olden days, that was the model. Modern days is worse, nothing better. Yeah. The revenue they can't take, but they are paid for it. But they take revenue in other ways. On the go.
Like the client pays me, I fight in the court, do
Yeah,
all the work,
exactly.
and when the case is won, he feels he's won.
Yes, one, exactly. Therefore, and then he says, because of that, natu atmana dhana dhanadi vat shariradbhi swaswami sambandha nimittam kinchit shakyam kalpayatu. That type of a relationship, that I give something for him and because of that he is connected with me. Such a thing is not there for Atma and Sharira. Kinchit kalpayatim ashakyam. You can't even imagine it. Says. What can you imagine that the Atma is gaining by the body? Or what can you imagine that the body is giving the Atma and Atma is giving the body? Yes, Sannidhi Matrena, the mind, body, etc. will become conscious, that's all. But we are talking of karma. To do that karma, buddhya nishchitya, manasa sankalpya, kayena karma karomi. Desired by the heart, decided by the intellect, by the body you will perform actions. Where does Atma come into the picture? Where does Atma come into the picture? But I feel I have done mithya jnanam, erroneous knowledge. I feel I have done is erroneous knowledge. I feel I am responsible. I have to enjoy karma, karma phala. This time is suffering. All that is Mithya Jnana Nimitta only. Body is suffering, you are saying I am suffering. Mind is feeling guilty, you say I am guilty. Reasoning is confused, you say I am confused. All that is what? Mithya Jnana.
Swamiji, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Why it's said erroneous knowledge in Mithya Jnanam and not straight away avidya? Is there
Because
any...
the conclusion is erroneous knowledge. We are dealing with the conclusion. The cause for the conclusion is avidya. But what are we dealing with here? Erroneous knowledge. Therefore, erroneous knowledge is mentioned. Yeah. That erroneous knowledge is because of avidya. But what is the sambandha because of erroneous knowledge? If you say sambandha is because of avidya, it's not wrong. But you are missing out a step. You are missing out a step. Therefore, erroneous knowledge. Okay. Therefore, mithya abhimanastu pratyaksha sambandha hetu. This mithya abhimana, that identification, is sambandha hetu. Mithya abhimana, that taking the body as me, is the sambandha hetu, is a connection with the body. Na? What is your connection with the body? I mean, this has to be very clear psychologically also. In what way are you connected with the body?
In every way, sir.
Yeah?
We are connected with the body. We hear your...
Yeah, that is all the effect of the connection. You hear, you see, you do.
Yeah.
All that is the effect of the connection. In what way are you connected?
effect of the connection and...
Karmas, no? It is the karma jnana.
Again, you are coming back to what is negated. Karmajam, you are negated. Karmajam is for the mind with this body, not with the Atma with this body. Bhranti only. You are Bhrantijam. Tadatma. Bhrantijam is what? Mithya Jnana. Erroneous knowledge. Other than that, can you point out any reason why you are connected?
Here, Swamiji, I wanted to ask a question.
Sure.
So, we say that when the consciousness is manifested in the mind is sahajam.
Yeah.
And then when it's connected with the body,
When what is connected with the body?
the mind
The mind is karmajam.
connected
Yes.
it's karmajam. But why we say sahajam? Because a particular mind is also because of
Any mind, anywhere, consciousness will be manifest. That's the natural law. Therefore, sahajam. Any mind, anywhere. Because where will the mind manifest? In consciousness alone, not anywhere else. Therefore, consciousness will be manifest in the mind also.
slightly there also karmajam, because karmajam
No,
I think not
no.
at all.
How karmajam? How is consciousness manifesting in the mind? How is it karmajam? Karmajam meaning then more karma, more manifestation, less karma, less manifestation.
A particular mind is like, because you get that antakaranam because of particular karma.
Who gets the antakaranam?
The jiva.
Who is the jiva?
Or
Jivo Brahmaiva.
Jiva.
There is no jiva now.
yeah.
Jiva means mind. So can you see where the thing is?
Yeah.
There is no connection. Other than Bhranti, there is no connection. You are not connected with the body mind at all unless it's erroneous, a false identification.
So only the Bhranti has to be clear.
Yeah,
Right?
only that says only Bhranti has to be clear. Therefore, there is absolutely no connection. Asharitvam is nityam. You had said that before. Ashariritvam is nityam. You not connected with the body is a fact. Always, you are never connected with the body. So the connection of the body is purely illusory. Bhrantijam.
So then everything Satya, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas.
All that is mind. Not
Swamiji.
use Atma.
Swamiji, Sanidhya Matrena will come in what?
Sannidha Matrena, how can it be?
No, it will be a Bhrantijanya only, na? Sanidhya
Bhrantijanya
Matra.
only, exactly, because Sambandha is Bhrantijanya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swamiji,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So here they are differentiating between the Atma Jnanam and Anatma Jnanam,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly.
So Jnanam and Mithya Jnanam, two different
Exactly.
they are
Yeah.
talking. Because otherwise Jnanam is also Mithya, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Therefore, anatma only, the whole this thing is Brahmsijam. There is no other way you are connected with the body.
The first comes Yushma Dasma.
Yeah, exactly.
How can it be again?
How can it be
It
the?
goes back again. It goes back again.
That's why it's all back to Adhyasa Bhasha.
Yeah.
There cannot be a better introduction to Brahma Sutras or to Vedanta itself
Yeah.
other than Adhyasa. Many of you were there in the 2016 camp at Rishikesh,
Yeah.
where I did Upadesha Sahasra in the first section.
Yeah.
It's a bit long, it is a bit ambitious, a bit long. The whole thing is Adhyasa Bhasha.
Yeah.
Whole thing that is Adhyasa Bhasha. That's why they consider that is the most authentic Prakarana Grantha by Shankara. The whole introduction is Adhyasa Bhasha because there cannot be any other introduction to Vedanta other than Adhyasa.
So this history we have done in the class also.
Adhyasa Bhasha, yeah, we have done it right here. Upadesh Sahasri I have not done here. You may have listened to my videos. Videos are up.
No, this history I am having the book.
Book is there, एक chapter बोलो
एक chapter
camp
हमने किया है class
Camp.
में. Camp, but I didn't go to Rishikesh.
You must have picked up the book and listened to the videos.
इतना मेहनत किया.
So this is where it is. The whole Sambandha is Adhyasa only.
Books I have put.
That means what? See, this is what becomes unclear in life. Because we have all sorts of explanation to connect I and the body. Karma. Hey, karma is only for the body. Karma connection is only with mind and body. Not Atma and mind, not Atma and body.
So like this I will go on doing any karma and then I will say there is no connection.
There is no karma, correct? Hai? There is no consequences also. So if you get the consequences also, say the same thing. I go and kill somebody. No karma. Where is karma? The state comes and hangs me. No karma. No death. No karma phalam. If I can say it all the way, then I am fine. I put my hand in the fire. No karma. Atma cannot be burnt. Correct?
No, from
Hand get
transaction.
burnt. I don't cry about
People will
it.
think,
For transactional point we need now. For transaction we need Vyavaharik.
I beg your pardon?
Vyavahara
I said from transactional point of Vyavaharik.
So transaction is Adhyasa or not Adhyasa?
No, Adhyasa.
Yeah. So all transactions are Adhyasa.
Yes, yes.
All transactions are Adhyasa. All connection with the body is Adhyasa. We give all sorts of reasons to justify Vyavahara. Vyavahara doesn't have to be justified, it's natural. Hota hai. Hote no na. But somewhere we want to give it some validity, some importance. That's why I always say, okay, give it importance, but understand it as Mithya. Understand it as Adhyasa. At least that's the starting point. In fact, ठीक है ये नहीं है. Celebrating New Year. Yeah? What are you celebrating New Year? The earth made a circle around the sun. One pradakshina kiya hai. Is there a matter for celebration? Whichever New Year you are taking. Birthday celebration, same thing, na? 1 year में एक प्रदक्षिण. अशरीरम व वसंतम. It's always that. So व्यवहार है ठीक है, संसार का खेल देखो मजा आया ठीक है. You don't have to give it more important than is necessary. You have to deal with it, of course deal with it. No? There are a lot of things important. Yeah, deal with it. But somewhere psychologically, we want to justify it as true in my life. No, it's always false. Adhyasa. It's important to me. Do it. That's okay. Important to me. Fine. Do it. Teaching is important to me. I'm doing it. अध्यास ही है. न गुरु न शिष्य न बंधा न मुक्ता.
Prarabdha is also mithya, Swamiji, na?
Of course, prarabdha is mithya. How can prarabdha be
so
something?
that even then it for a gnani.
So mithya hai.
We say that he has to go through the.
No, we don't say the jnani has to go through. We say the body survives because
Body
of prarabdha, and
yeah.
therefore the body and mind will go through prarabdha.
Yeah, the body.
Yeah, so that is fact. Body and mind will go through prarabdha.
To know the whole thing as complete adhyasa and then to keep doing something passionately seems a bit.
So the passion will come down. I accept that. You know, from my experience, the experience of what I've seen of people, your passion for certain things may come out, but you will compensate for that by your calmness, by your objectivity and things. So your effectivity is not compromised. Effectivity is not compromised. Effectivity is not. Yeah. I will be seen in discussions.
Yeah.
People are discussing. After that, I'll just say one or two things. Core issue is that. Because that is it. I'm not passionate, even though the discussion is regarding the ashram. I'm supposed to be passionate about it. I'm not passionate. I've got to get it done. It's important. A guru vakya, yaar. Come on. In the mithya world, what can be more important than guru?
I think the difference between being passionate and being invested in it.
Yeah, true.
Because passion means that you let all your emotions
All
come into
everything
play.
is loaded onto it. So sometimes that is overvalued in our culture, in the modern culture. Being extremely passionate about something, etc., is overvalued. You know why? Because people feel alive only when they are passionate. Sitting down and talking with a friend, they don't feel alive. Come on. But you can feel alive when you're just sitting and talking with a friend, no? Because you're invested in each other, you're emotionally connecting, intellectually connecting. That's a very alive feeling.
Feel alive when they're doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
करेगा कुछ तो सीख.
But Swamiji, I have heard that
Yeah.
you are not frequently putting posts on Facebook.
Beg your pardon?
Some people say if you are not putting frequent posts on Facebook, you are not alive.
They
Post
can.
on Facebook. Then I'm dead and gone. He doesn't like Facebook.
बहु दूरम. हास्यमेव तु तत्.
You don't exist. In Vyavaharika, there is Vidya.
See, if you are saying anything worth doing is worth doing well, I can understand. More than that, it's all overplayed. See, the problem comes because human beings require involvement with life to grow. But once a certain amount of growth is achieved, you have to have that ability to be more objective, step back, don't get that involved. Actually, those are signs of maturity and leadership. Leadership is, in very way, taking a step back. Yeah. Like when you fight a battle, I mean, experience, you speak from what you know. You fight a battle, let us say, olden style battle, you are meeting in a field and fighting. Where does the general sit? Behind or on the height or
At the
something.
height.
Why? He can oversee the whole battle, what's happening. Sometimes in a difficult situation to inspire, he may lead a charge. But that's not the norm. That's not the norm. Even when you read the Mahabharata, all the Mahabharatis were there. But Yudhishthira and Drishtadyumna were put a bit in the background. They were involved, but they were put a bit in the background. Why? They have to oversee it. Yeah. To oversee it. Why do you think Arjuna asked Krishna, Senayor Rubhayor Madhye Ratam Stapayame Achyuta. Why did he say that? He wanted to know an overview because he is at the tip of the spear, literally, like, he is the one who is going to lead the whole thing. But he also has a leadership role and a functioning role. Therefore, he wants to get the clear picture first. So it's what? So a time will come in life when there is a certain maturity when you have to take that step a bit and say that, okay. And that can come at any age. Yeah. When you are younger, your leadership may not be recognized. That's a different thing. But you have to take a step back sometimes. That doesn't mean disinterest. That doesn't mean disinterest. Yeah. Disinterest is easy. I'll come in it only it's convenient for me. No, that is not the idea. You will do it even when it's inconvenient. Because it has to be done. That's a different thing. But in all this, so if that type of thing happens, once a certain maturity is gained, then Vedanta becomes easier to understand. Because you are taken care of growth to a certain extent. I mean, growth is a continuous thing. But optimum level you have reached to. So if you reach that optimum level, then you have to understand that you will do things well. I don't know. If you ever watch again an MMA fight, because if you want to see passion, involvement, etc., mixed martial arts fight, you see the two fighters are really passionate. And then you watch some rare footage of combat between two masters. Find what efficiency of movement. Okay. All that hard passion, not there. Not there. Not necessary either. Not necessary either. Competence is necessary. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. Therefore, competence is necessary. Personal competence. Personal competence involves that objectivity and everything also. Calmness, centeredness. But because the whole world is involved in that passion business, no? You feel passionate, that. It's the Americans who have spoiled that whole picture. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. They took any game and made a sport out of it, and made a competition out of it, and put money into it, and destroyed the spirit of it. I mean, if you're looking at it at a global level, not that individual level, locals also doesn't happen, it happens. But at organized level, these people are good at it. So to see that that's not how you lead your life. And some of our characters also. When you talk of work-life balance, what will they talk about? When you're talking about work-life balance, some people don't agree with. Some of our industrialists that people looked up to, like Narayan Murthy and all, doesn't agree with it. Yeah. Agreed. In one lifetime, to build up something like that, you require total involvement. So, is that the most important thing in your life?
No choices.
It's
a choice.
It's a choice you made. You have made a choice that you will sacrifice other things for it. We sadhus also make a choice. No family, no this thing, nothing, only moksha. That I accept. So if you are making a choice like that, fine. But that is not the norm for growth. So you are saying that Narayana Murthy is not grown up enough? Yeah, I will say that. He's got great value structure, but there is a lot of growth left in him.
to an extent he has exploited people.
Yeah,
Think about
he's
it.
actively exploited people. Then what is growth there? You are willing to work 20 hours a day. Why? You're building up a multi-billion-dollar industry,
Which is yours.
which is yours. You have majority shares in it. What about the guy working for you for 40,000 rupees a month? He can barely live.
For the past 20 years, same salary.
Yeah. At 40,000 rupees a month when he's working, you expect him to work at 20 hours a day?
And the timing of when he said it,
Yeah.
when the next generation is questioning work-life balance.
exactly.
Him at that stature now saying that you have to do 20 hours a day.
Yeah, he's
is
just
completely
purely exploitative.
manipulative, Yeah.
Therefore, a lot of growth is necessary. There's no dharma there. There's no dharma. I agree. If you want to build up something like that, you do like that. Then it's a choice. You sacrifice other things. So some people do because something is more important. Like a musician may do that. That's fine. But are you growing in the picture? No. That is why even for moksha, you can't do that unless you have grown up enough. When are you ready for a life of sannyasa? Only when you have grown up enough to say, I don't need other things. Whereas in other fields, without their growth, you do the same thing. In moksha, after the growth, you do this. Huge difference in both of them. Huge difference.
Swamiji, could you please
Hmm?
explain, like between how we do it in other fields and for
See,
moksha?
like in other field, if I want to build up an industry, I may not have grown up as a person myself in terms of family, my emotions, my ability to love, to take care, to nurture. All that I may not have grown. But I will build up an industry by being passionate about giving 20 hours a day for it. No holidays, no this thing, no weekends, all that. I will do it. So I have built up an industry. I have not grown myself. That's why many people feel depressed when they retire.
Yeah.
This is universal.
There is a statistic which talks about
Yeah.
how after retirement,
Yeah.
the number of people who have illnesses and
Yeah.
death.
Aging
simply
20
because
years
they
in
just
2
feel
years
we have
time.
nothing in our life now.
Yeah. 20 years aging in 2 years time.
Yeah.
I've seen that happening to lots of people. Why? Because growth was not there. Whereas sadhus also do that, no? What? Hey, no family, no emotions, no job, no money, living on bhiksha, only moksha, nothing else. Why? You're grown up enough to handle that. You're grown up enough to handle that. You can still be loving, caring, all that you can be what dharma requires. You can still do everything that has to be done. And when if you as a sadhu take up something to do, you will do it well. All that is there because growth has happened. Whereas in other fields, in that area of your expertise, there may be tremendous knowledge and ability. But what about other areas? Life is holistic. Life is holistic. That holistic approach is not there. Then growth will not be there. Growth will not be there. Your children will run away from you. Really, they won't want to get involved in your industry. Yeah, they'll run away. Go and settle in UK. His wife says it very nicely. 25 days in a month he is traveling abroad. So I decided to travel 25 days a month within India in my NGO work. He is giving me the money for NGO work. She found a life independent of him. Then how many days we spent together? 4 days in a month. Why fight? Only 4 days. Sudha Murthy is very clear on that. She's built an independent life. Because from her background, she is not a woman who will think of walking out. She values certain things. She has a cultural value for it, which is nice to see. So the whole picture is this. You can build up an industry, this, that, etc. No doubt about it. But where is your personal growth in the matter? Unless you learn to treat all of them who you are employed with as your family, then you won't exploit them. Then you won't exploit them. Like I know a man who built up an industry. Then his elder daughter was getting married in Monte Carlo. Can you imagine an Indian business family getting their daughter married in Monte Carlo? One of the most expensive places in the world. So he invited friends, family, relatives, etc. Then he decided one thing. When I was busy building on my industry, etc., I could do that because I knew my daughter was safe with the driver, was safe with the cook. She was taken care of, this, that. So he took all of them to Monte Carlo. Can you imagine that? Your cook, your maid, your kid's nanny. No, that is different. That he has learned to treat the whole thing as family. Then it is a different thing. Then that growth will be there. Then that growth will be there. Yeah. But even then, when he took off from the company, he went through some emotional issues, etc. Yeah. Because the whole identity was based on that. So that is why that Sharira Sambandha, to see that as mithya is important. Difficult to see without growth. Therefore, Pariksha Lokan Brahmana Nirveda Mayat, which is this Vakya for the Sutra, Athato Dharma Jignasa, the Atha Shabda, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannanantaram. For Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannam, Pariksha Lokan is important. Pariksha Lokan, not experiencing life, examining life. You can go through the experience and remain the same. Yeah. But examining life, having examined it. So being there, done that alone is not enough. Have you examined it, what it can give you, what it cannot give you? That is important. What it can give you also you need to know. What it can give you. It's like saying, do you know what you are giving up? You need to know. If you don't know that, what's the point? Yeah. So, the whole picture. And at the end of the day, Sharira Sambandha is what? Mithya. It's important to see that. Not only Sharira is Mithya, the Sambandha is also Mithya. Both are Mithya. Okay.
It's toughest to see when you're unwell.
Yeah.
When the
When you're
body
unwell,
going
that's the
like-
time can you really see the Mithyatvam of the whole thing?
Yeah.
Can you really see the Mithyatvam? And when you're unwell and you're alone, it's even more important.
Yeah, brought you.
I mean, you feel nice that someone is calling up and but can you? So if there is some maturity, some of it will come early in life, like right from early days. I had one this thing. I was like a wounded lion. If I'm a wounded lion, I will go lick my wounds and come back. Don't disturb me.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes that is much better.
I'm like that to be. The maid is there now, some food will be there.
Oh.
Both of you. I'm a wounded lion. I lick my wounds and come out when I'm fine. No, it feels nice to be supported and cared for. Also, not that it doesn't. But yeah. But that ability, that interesting. Now, here, after this much, he comes with a new argument. The Prabhakara comes with a very new argument here. Okay?
Swamiji, one question.
Yeah.
That Swami and Vritya Sambandha.
Yeah.
But in that Taittiriya Upanishad, we have that Nishad
Vishatma, yeah.
So then, is that
There also Ishvara's order is there. It's calling about Ishvara's order.
So it's not about the Atma, it's about
Yeah,
the order.
about Ishvara. Say for Vishatma, that is valid. The order is functional.
Correct.
So there it is valid.
Sonali, what was your question?
A similar.
Taittiriya Upanishad, there is a statement regarding Ishvara and the other devatas. Vishatmat Vata Pravate and Mrityu Dhavati Panchama, all that thing comes in. The air flows, the fire burns, all that because of Ishvara's order. So there is a Mithya connection. It's referring to the Mithya connection. Swami Bhritya Nyaya, but Mithya connection. Yeah. So Swami Bhritya Nyaya is also a Mithya connection. Let us say I am paying somebody to do a job. Okay? That's also a connection in Mithya, no? That guy is Mithya, that entity is Mithya, this entity is Mithya. Both are Satyanas consciousness, but otherwise Mithya. So what sambandha you are having? Money is most Mithya thing. Olden days a gold coin had value. Today it's paper money. What value does it have? And US interest every year for their debt is 3 trillion, but their value is very high. 3 trillion debt you are having every year, just interest payments. Why? Because petrodollar, no? They have become the base for that, and that is changing now. We bought gas from Iran in Indian rupees. In Indian
Never
rupees.
before, yeah.
Russia-India trade is in rubles and rupees. So whole thing is changing. Another 20 years, what do you think will happen?
If Trump is there in 10 years, we'll have.
Yeah, max 20 years. If Trump is continuing, then definitely 10 years. So all that sambandha is, the whole thing is also mithya. Okay.
So the debt number must have gone down now.
Yeah, I know.
At least not that much, but
That much
at least
is-
half of.
yeah.
Or,
Then he says, Atrahu Deha Vyatiratasya Atmanah Atmiye Dehadi Aham Abhimanaha Gaunaha Na Mithya iti chet. New argument. This is a very nice argument. See, I am a Pravakara. Pravakara is Purvamimamsa. I know Deha Vyatirikta Atma. The Atma is different from the body, I know. Because I am doing the ritual, etc. Let us say to go to heaven. Who is going to go to heaven? Not this body. Body is dropped here. So the Atma that is surviving the body is going to other dimensions, etc. Whatever you want to talk about. Therefore, it is not mithya, it is gauna. Gauna means used in a secondary sense. When I say I am body, etc., it is used in a secondary sense. Now, what is gauna prayoga? Gauna prayoga is to say, old example, traditional example. Simhoyam manavaka. Oh, this warrior, he is like a lion. So you expect a huge mane and things like that and walking on four legs. No. He's ferocious in battle. He's brave. He's courageous. Cruel. So these are the qualities you are using. So it is gauna prayoga. Not,
Gaunatvam is a secondary, it's not intrinsic, right?
yeah, secondary. Gauna prayoga. So it is a gauna prayoga, not mithya. There is validity in it. Because I know very clearly, Deha Vyatirikta Atma is different from the body. I know. I know I am going to go to heaven after this because I have done all these rituals. At least in Hindu case, you have to do some rituals. Other religions, as long as you accept, is enough. On what basis? मैं कबूल है बोलेगा तो हो गया काम. Okay. He says no, that is not true. Why? Prasiddha vastu vedasya ganottam mukhyatva prasiddhi. It's a very powerful argument here. He says, for gauna prayoga, you must have two things. Prasiddha vastu bheda. You should know very clearly what is lion, what is man. Vastu Veda should be very clear. Okay? Now you say, I know Atma is different from the body. Is it prasiddham? Like how you know this lion and the man is different. You know all the things about the lion, you know all the things about the man. Similarly, do you know everything about the Atma and everything about the Deha?
No.
So it's only a belief system. Or some insight that, no, I am not the body. And so you're leaving the body. Now look at it. If your Atma is completely Deha Vyatirikta and you go to heaven, how are you going to get all the enjoyments? खाओ पियो मजा करो, कैसा करेगा? बॉडी नहीं है. Then you have to say you'll get another body there. That's only explanation possible. Like how you came here on earth, you got a body, no? Problematic process. Takes a long time to make this body. 9 months inside, 10 months inside, and then years outside before you are capable of enjoying life. Yeah. So there are the dimensions that doesn't take that long. Okay. But you're going to get a body. So there, Sharira Sambandha is Gaunam or Mukhyam. What is it there? Again same problem. Again same problem.
You come back.
Huh?
You come back.
And then when you come back, what?
See the difference actually.
Come back.
So are you seeing that? You can have Gauna Prayoga, secondary sense, only when the Veda is crystal clear. Meaning you know both. If you don't know both, you can't use a Gauna Prayoga. I can't use a Gauna Prayoga. Hey, you're Lodo Lodang here. What do you mean Lodo Lodang? I don't know what that is. No, I mean it in the Gauna sense. Primarily, I know you're a human being, but you are Lodo Lodang. What is Lodo Lodang? I don't know. Then how can I use that as Gaunam or Mukyam or anything? Simhoyam Manavaka is different. In Simhoyam Manavaka is very different because you know both. Here you don't know. Here you don't know. Difference is not known.
Swamiji, are they talking about the Sukshma Sharira or they are talking about...
You are talking about Deha Sambandha. Because for karma you need Deha Sambandha. Prabhakara, remember? Mimamsaka. You have to do the rituals. For to do the rituals you need Deha Sambandha. Even Sukshma Sharira it is the same. Can it be different? I am not the mind to
Yes,
say.
again, I didn't get this part last.
What you didn't get? Tell me. Be specific.
So I didn't understand the Gauna Prayoga. And
Gauna Prayoga is that you are using the sense I am the body in a secondary sense, not in a primary sense. Like see an ignorant person, I am saying the body, yeah, of course I am the body. What do you mean? What you see is what you get. Direct, straight. Says no. We are going to leave the body behind, we know that. So it's Gaunam. Like Simhoyam Manavaka. The example is that. But the example makes it clear that to say Gaunam, both should be clear to you. Because to say something is secondary, you are using something as an example. No? What do you mean secondary sense? Okay.
Less important.
It's not intrinsic.
It's not intrinsic, number one. Number two, you will give me an example to show what? Because you are comparing it with something else. The spiritual path is like a razor's edge.
So in Mukhya
One second. Let me finish the example.
Yeah,
It's like
sorry.
the razor's edge. So that is Gauna Prayoga. Why? You know what a razor's edge, walking on a razor's edge is practically impossible. You have to be very alert, very careful, light steps, all that. Because you know what a razor is. You know what walking is. You know, you have some idea what a spiritual path is. There's a alertness. Therefore, some comparison can be made like that. Not strictly, but something can be made. Okay? It's more of Arthavada there rather than secondary sense. But okay, you can make some comparison. Like that, can you say, I am the body is secondary sense? For to know secondary sense, you need to know both. You don't know that.
I mean, for a Gnani,
Jnani it is secondary sense, you can say that.
yeah, who is doing low.
In fact, Jnani it is Vidya sense, even more than secondary.
Even more than secondary, yeah.
Yeah, you had a question, Kavita.
No, kind of she answered, but Mukhya Prayoga, the person will be completely ignorant. Like, I am the body. But when Gauna Prayoga, there is some apata jnanam.
No.
No?
It has to be clear-cut knowledge. It is not, I generally know what a lion is about. Or I generally know what a person is about. Isn't that? No. In fact, he says that, okay, I will cover that understanding wise. Okay.
I mean, Prabhakara's view is that the body is tied to karma.
Beg your pardon?
Prabhakara's Vimansic view.
See, to justify
body is
the
tied to
body's,
karma.
justify the body's connection with karma, he's saying all this. Because karma is important for him. Karma is primary for him. Because karma is primary, you can't say it is mithya. He has to say there is some validity. To prove that validity, he has to say your Sharira Sambandha is Gaunam, not mithya. So the whole attempt is there.
Sharira itself is mithya, no?
Beg your pardon?
Sharira Adhimanam itself is mithya.
That is a Vedantic stand. Now he is arguing against the Vedantic stand. Don't confuse Purva-Paksha and Siddhanta.
Okay.
And Swamiji, this argument, he says Gaunam, it doesn't work like that, no? Either you take it or you leave it.
Exactly, it doesn't work like that. You're right.
You can't walk in the middle and claim that this is also true and this is also true.
Correct. Prashant had a question.
No, Swamiji, I was not clear about what Prabhakara is arguing against. I think you explained it. So, the Vedantin says that Sambandha is Bhrantijam, but the Mimamsaka is saying that no, it is Gaunam, but not.
Exactly, because for the Prabhakara, what is the important thing? See, Prabhakara, I said Purva Mimamsa. For a Purva Mimamsa, what is important?
The karma.
Karma is
Karma and body.
Therefore, karma means body is important. How can you take that as mithya? Can you see where the same confusion that I talked about in terms of passion, etc., is coming technically now? That's why I spent elaborate time there. The same thing is coming here, but technically. Because karma is important for me. My whole life is based on karma.
So he's actually justifying the means to explain his end.
Exactly. My end is loka. For me, because look at it. Every darshana in India, in fact every religion in the world also to an extent, talks about moksha. Which religion or this thing doesn't talk about moksha? Everyone talks about moksha. The question is, what is the moksha? So, most are heaven going. Most are heaven going. Some dimension. Descriptions of heaven can change according to your culture. And what type of human beings you are. So the descriptions of heaven can change. But heaven going, most of them. For heaven going, if you are a logical person, you will say, I have to earn it by the karma I do. The good karma I do. Religious and social. This is sensible. Okay. If you are saying that Anandamayi Ma will not go to heaven because she was not a Christian or a Muslim, that is illogical. If God wanted everyone to be Christian or Muslim, why didn't He make everyone Christian and Muslim? Why did He wait for millions of years to send a prophet down? And then send another prophet to correct the previous prophet. So God is as fallible as me here. In fact, my students don't make that mistake. I mean, students are certified as teachers. They won't make that mistake. So God is more fallible than I am. So logically then, karma connection has to be there.
So,
Why? Because your whole goal, specify the goal. In Vedanta, the goal is not a dimension. It is your seeing being a fulfilled being. And if you have to be a fulfilled being, then you have to discover that fulfillment. So the whole game changes there. Yeah. And fulfillment is what people are seeking, because you look at life. Everyone is seeking fulfillment. That's why they are dissatisfied with everything. Why? Everything that you do cannot give you fulfillment. It can give you a lot. My old example, remember? Samji, no job satisfaction. Yeah. You have a good job, pays well? Yeah, pays very well. You're getting to learn new things? Oh yes. Good boss? Good. Good juniors? Yes. Good colleagues? Yes. Reasonable work-life balance? Yes. Bloody hell, you've got an ideal job, but no job satisfaction. Why? I'm looking for fulfillment in a job which it cannot give. Such a job doesn't exist. What I discovered. But even if it is so good, you will not be satisfied. In fact, 3 out of them is good. No? Because you are looking for moksha. People tell me, Ramji, this relationship is not going anywhere. I said, you will bond each other well, emotionally, physically? Yes. Your common goals in life? Yes. Everything is going smooth? Why? Your romantic connection is there. You are not become just roommates? Yeah, romantic connection is also there. Where do you expect it to go? It can only go downhill from there. Where do you expect it to go? You have a great relationship.
Be thankful for it.
Because you are looking for moksha in a relationship. Total fulfillment. Total fulfillment doesn't exist. It's a relationship of two human beings, different human beings. I mean, romantically you can say, Ek jaan hai hum. Hindi film dialogue. No, you're two different bodies, you're two different minds, you're two different backgrounds. So when you mesh together, there will be a clash of gears half the time. So you have a great relationship, but you're not still happy because you're looking for moksha. So the fulfillment that you seek is not in any of these things. They are all great to manage your life well. So you feel comfortable enough to look for something more. And looking for something more is not in that, it's in somewhere else. So that is why if you're looking for it through this thing, you will do the same thing. Hundreds of self-improvement books have come. Some of them are very good. I use them in some of my workshops. Some of them are good. But does it make a human being a fulfilled being at the end of it? Then why do you need another book coming out? So many books on relationships. Oh my God. If you don't have time to read all of them, forget applying all of them. Why? Because you want to gain moksha in that relationship. नहीं होता है, नहीं होने वाला है. Yeah, spend some attention. It's good to have some insights into what makes a good relationship. Definitely. Definitely. That's good. But how much? If you read 50 self-help books, you will end up feeling incomplete. Read one or two and apply a few things, you will feel good about it. Because you are looking for moksha where it's not there. Whereas all these other darshanas, okay, karma becomes important. Then deha sambandha becomes important. You can't dismiss it as mithya. You have to give it that validity. That means if you are looking for fulfillment, are you willing to say that you have been doing all the wrong things? As far as fulfillment is concerned, not as far as your life is concerned, as far as fulfillment is concerned. Samjhi, I did this for 50 years, so it's difficult to give up. You are emotionally invested in that. But can I say, karmana na moksha, clear cut. That's why we'll notice if you're teaching in traditional circles, like in mathas and things like that, you find very few of them come to our Vedanta class. They're very proud to say it. I remember I'm teaching in a matha for so many years. So in their souvenirs, they'll proudly mention, oh, we have bhasha classes, this, that, etc. How many of them come? Forget office bearers. Office bearers coming, forget it. Office bearers in anything won't come up for anything. That's a different thing. Even among the devotees, how many will come? 2, 3. All others were outside, not from the matha. I mean, they have respect and everything like that, but they won't come because investment is in karma, not in jnanam. Then what will happen? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Or kya karega? What can I do? The Shastra says it. Of course, I accept it 100%. I'll echo it. So that is why the Prabhakara is fighting so much to keep it going. And not only that, all of us also doing the same thing. We may not be ritualistic, but karma orientation is high. I'll get it all by all this. Yeah. That's why he's spending so much of time dismissing it.
Swamiji, what are Prabhakara's view on Atma?
Finite. Deha Vyatiriktam, but finite. Karta Bhokta.
Atma?
Yeah.
Then what is moksha then?
Dimensions. Going for other dimensions, or kya? Beatitude.
Not through karma.
Through karma moksha, but what is the moksha is a question. No? That's why I always say.
For him, what is the moksha?
Another dimension. Enjoying things. Go to other dimensions and enjoy things. Or
but different from Charvaka, of course.
Yeah, different from Charvaka. Charvaka doesn't believe in Deha Vyatirikta Atma.
But I read somewhere that Shruti Virodhi Tat Matam. Shruti Virodhi Tat Matam. That Prabhakaras.
Yeah, Charvakas are Shruti Virodhi Matam, yes.
Even Prabhakari Shruti Virodhi.
Shruti, if you are talking about as from the standpoint of Vedanta, yes. Not from the standpoint of the Veda. Standpoint of Vedanta, yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But Purva Mimamsa also, Swamiji, they don't say Atma is anityam.
Then does the Purva Mimamsa take Atma as all-pervading Nityam?
I think later on, as the
You have sat in my class long enough to know the answer. 30 years. What does it say? Deha Vyatirikta Atma, but finite.
Yeah.
Can be realized.
Huh?
Can be realized.
Yeah, and hanging around for a long time, of course. Yeah. Hanging around for a long time. Anyway, more of this we will see next class. Okay, good place to stop. Om Tat Sat.
Very nice.